Never attempt to flush a compressor or accumulator.
Okay, we're ready to flush the system. We'd be flushing the condenser and all the lines. We're replacing all those. We still need to flush the evaporator though. And I'll tell you what, the flush gun is available at AutoZone. If you don't have the air to power this gun, you don't want to skip this step. What you need to do is get in the phone book, find someone who does the AC repairs, and have the system flushed. The thing of it is, if you don't, when you're replacing the compressor, all the debris is going to go back into the compressor, and you're going to be doing this job again. Let's go ahead and flush that evaporator. You will not need the entire can for this. To flush the evaporator, first attach a length of hose to the outlet. Place the other end of the hose in a container to catch the solvent as it comes out. Allow the flush to set for a few minutes, then blow it out thoroughly with compressed air. If we had not replaced it, the process would be the same for the condenser. Okay, the line we want to flush is going to be our liquid line. This is a line you normally would not replace. And I'll tell you what, whenever possible, you want to take the line off the vehicle. And the reason for that is, when you flush it, you can stand it straight up and down in your container. That way, all the debris in the flush solvent is going to go right to the bottom. If it was still on the vehicle, you might have a loop or something. You might not be able to get all the debris out of it. I'll tell you something else, too. Now, when we were taking a good look at this, we replaced this line because it was stripped right there. We're connected onto the condenser, so it had to be replaced. Once I had this off, I took a good look at it and did my inspection on it. I'll tell you what, I found a problem. Now, if you look here, you can see that there's a split in our rubber covering for our aluminum line here. That's actually corrosion from the battery. This is the location right above. This is where our battery rests. So you can see where it's corroded into there. Even though I don't see any leak detection dye, I'm just kind of curious what's underneath that. Let's open it up and take a look. We're just going to take a knife and cut our insulation off, and just to see exactly what we have. Yeah, you see, that's all battery acid right there. And I'll tell you what, it was starting to eat into this line. You can see pits in it all the way around there. It'd be just a matter of time, and it would eat through this line, and then all the refrigerant would be lost. When you're doing the inspection on a vehicle, this is what you want to look for, because this is the time right now to find it and do the repair and do the replacement. I want to show you how to flush it. And that's going to be real simple. Let's just set this in a bucket for a second. We've got our flush gun. We're going to go ahead and open it up. Now keep in mind, this line's not going to take a lot of solvent to flush this out. There we are. Let's open it up. And we've got our flush solvent. Like I say, it's going to take just a small amount. You want to be kind of conservative with this and make sure you have enough solvent to flush all the components of your system. Right there, that should be plenty to do our job. Reattach our tank. Go ahead and pressurize our tank. There we are. Now this is exactly like on our evaporator. We've got our flush gun, we've got our solvent in there, we've got our gun. We're going to put it on the inlet. Make sure you have your safety glasses on. Let's go ahead and put our gun into our line and then push our solvent through it. Okay, there we go. I'm going to do this in just one operation. I made the solvent go through the line. I've got the air blowing the rest of the solvent and debris out of the line. Stand it straight up and down. And there we are. That line's clean right now. Now let's just take a look at what we got out of it. Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's got a silver tint to it. So it's a good idea we flush this line. This is what you want to do. And that's how easy it is to do it. Let's get back to the truck. As with any job, to do it right, you'll need the right tools. The nice thing is that jobs today don't require a large, expensive assortment. In case where a specialty tool is required, be sure to check with AutoZone's Loan a Tool program. They have many specialty tools that can help you complete your job a lot quicker and easier. The very first thing you almost have to have in order to properly diagnose the system is a gauge set. You will also need your basic hand tools. A socket set, screwdrivers, an assortment of pliers, snap ring pliers, and a flashlight should be sufficient. If you have a noise you're trying to find, a good stethoscope can be a handy tool to have. And a vent thermometer is useful if you want to get an accurate reading of the AC temperature. You'll also need to get an air compressor to properly flush the system. If you don't have a compressor, you should pay a shop to flush the system for you. It's a step you don't want to skip.
Be cautious when working under the hood. If the engine has been running, components will be extremely hot, so be careful what you touch. When working around a running engine, it is important to be alert and never wear loose clothing or a necktie that can get tangled in belts, pulleys, or the fan.
Be cautious when working with refrigerant. If refrigerant is discharged from a can, a hose, or component, it is very cold and can cause skin injury. Never try to add refrigerant to the high side of the system. If you have to lift the vehicle,
never work under it until it has been secured with wheel blocks and securely positioned on jack stands. A hydraulic jack alone is never enough. Be cautious when working with oils and chemicals. Many are damaging to the groundwater environment and toxic to people and animals. Never drain or pour chemicals into the ground or sewer systems. Local municipalities and counties offer resources for proper disposal. And always remember to wear your safety glasses.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
get the entire DVD for this repair and all other procedures covered in the Complete Car Care series at your local AutoZone store.